Hi everybody, this is, I don't know, April something, and it's Air Vintage. Watch your finger, Shauna. It's in the picture there. We are continuing our cooking series. We've done a whole bunch so far, and we are, why don't you scan on the producer here? It's kind of funny.
She's hoping something good.
She's sitting like producing.
Yeah,
Anyways,
she's helping.
She's helping.
She's
yes.
making sure there's a good shot.
Yes, yes. Anyways, so I figured that this year we would do the cooking series on Baubie's Gefillte Fish, and we've gone through quite some effort to do this, and we'll get set up and get it going, and very excited.
You have the recipe ready?
And, yeah, we got the pot ready to go. We got the recipe already printed, with comments from Barbara Shockett, Dr. Barbara Shockett, otherwise known as Baubie to those who are close, otherwise Barbara Shockett, and we're excited to go. So let's do it. All right, so here we have the fish. We have 4.5. You guys want to be a more morale? Listen to that. We got 4.5 pounds, basically, of each pike and whitefish. This is from Fishies. Now, I'd like to say that I caught this myself in International Falls, but that would be a lie. But remarkably, we got pike and whitefish. And now we couldn't get bones because evidently these fish come without bones, and the guys that are about to be deported probably anyways by Trump wouldn't like even entertain the thought. So what we have is we have some heads. We got the salmon heads, and we have a couple pike heads. Now these tiny little pike heads are really going to make the difference for the whole damn thing, because I must have spent over a half hour arguing in Spanish over whether or not I could have a head of a pike that they were about to throw in the garbage. But anyways, they're kind of cute, I think. Hello, I'm going to eat you. Well, this one's been eyeballing me all morning. And then we have skins, and they sell over at the incredible, market Evergreen in Muncie. This is from the fishing line. These are pike skins, and they are conveniently already in the bag. Now, Barb, in her Baubie, otherwise known as Barbara Shockett, in her recipe, which is, by the way, verbatim from Frida, and we will discuss that later. But anyways, Barbara claims that it's very important, in fact it's even in caps several times, not to use the disposal and clog your disposal, and it's on the next page too about the disposal. So we're not going to use the disposal, but we have a solution, a new age solution, which is, here's Dota Shauna here.
Hi.
We have the wrap and boil bags. Now thankfully they already put the skins in there, but what we're going to do is we're going to take these bags, and we're going to take this bag and we're going to wrap these heads in them, and then we're going to make ourselves a stock. So we'll be back in a second. All right, we got the heads and the skins. We're filling up the pot. Okie dokie. So here we are. We have the pot. Oh, hi. Say hi. Hi. We have the pot here. Let's see if we get a good shot of it. And what's going on here now is we have some garnets, or whatever they're called, with onions, as well as, I don't know how to get a shot of this. It's not very good camera positioning. Anyways, we got the garnets with the onions and carrots, and it's starting to smell like yontif, that's for sure. And it does, right? It's coming. It's coming. And so we're skimming off the top. I'm trying to prevent major spills, but nonetheless we're doing well. And we're going to let this cook for a couple hours and then start on our mixture. Now we have some vidalias here, some sweet vidalias, and what we're going to do is we're going to grind them up with a food processor. The recipe calls for extreme chopping. We don't chop. We process. And we have here all the fish, and we're going to do that and then put the whole thing together. Now look at all this chopping, Zadie. Chop away. Chop, 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 chop. Look at the merry-go-round. It's moving. All right, so we were discussing with our friends here about the pescado pirota, and they didn't believe me, so we brought out Mrs. Adler's, which does not compare at all to Mrs. Shockett's, and many people won't even try it with the traditional horseradish. And we're going to give it a ring. We'll do a taste test, and we'll see which one is better. But we know the answer to that, right? So now we have the sweet smell of yontif permeating the house to the extent that everyone's bitching about the smell. And what we're going to do is we're going to take and fish out the different things we got going on here, and then we're going to make the balls and get it going for good. So I just want to show the broth here. We got all our different things. We got the heads and the carrots and the onions. Everything's fished out. Haha, fished out, get it? That's a joke that was verbatim from Baubie. Baubie made the fished out joke because this is a verbatim thing, and you have to fish them out, fish these out later to use. So there we go, we just fished them out.
Oh, you want to lower the fan?
Yeah. Watch your finger on the
Wait, where's
camera.
the thing?
It's right there. Yeah.
Okay, I was trying not to break it.
Okay.
So I was holding on with like 15 fingers.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my god, it's already video.
Okay, so now here we got the most difficult part, which is to replicate a taste that we haven't tasted in a long time, since last year maybe, but one that evolves over time, and that's Baubie's taste of gefilte fish. So we know that the primary ingredients are matzo meal, and egg, and sugar, salt, and white pepper, and we also have chopped ground onions. And so what we're going to do is Baubie's recipe was for basically 4 pounds of fish, and we have 8.5 pounds of fish. So because Baubie's recipe was for 10 pounds of. So I don't know where we broke off. Somebody rudely called us on our video camera here. But anyways, the bottom line is that we're going to do a little test and error. So we're going to put in some of the matzo meal. We're going to put in some of the salt and pepper. We're going to put in the egg. We're going to put in the onion. I will put the base. I will in this video. I will put a thing of the actual proportions that we start with as the base from Baubie's recipe, translated verbatim from Barb, even though Patty's recipe uses teaspoons where Barb's use tablespoons, but we'll leave that out of it for now. It's probably just a metric thing. But we're gonna just taste test it, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fry a little bit up to taste it, see how it tastes, and once we get the taste we like, then we're gonna boil the crap out of it. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. We'll edit that out. We're gonna boil it till it's cooked in the sopa piscata way, or whatever we called it from the soup guys. So that's it, and we'll be back soon when we get the frying going. All right, so we're frying this up. We ended up using like 3 spoonfuls of that. We did 3 or 1.5 teaspoons of the pepper, and then we stayed to the course so far on the matzo meal. I'm thinking we might need more matzo meal, might need a little more sugar. We'll see in a minute. Well, everybody, what started as a sunrise day, going out fishing on the lake, smoking our cigars, stuff like that. Anyways, we have here a beautiful pot of gefilte fish that is boiling, and we will show the final product when it's finally done. We made way too much, and so we're going to debate that. And we only put about half of that 8.5 pounds into this pot, which makes sense because if Baubie did 4 pounds and I did 8, but whatever. And so we'll know for next year. Next year we'll have a clean shaven face and maybe an extra tooth where this one belongs. And but we had a great day, and covered in fish, you know, like a good fisherman is. And the house smells like fish, and waiting for the kids to come home and bitch about it, but don't really care. So we'll talk to you later. Signing off, and we'll show you the finished product when we're all done. Okay, so here we are, and we have a beautiful rack, I can't know if you see them, of very large pieces of gefilte fish, which we will serve cut in half. The steam is coming off them, it's beautiful. We have our stock, which looks unbelievable, and I think we're going to use for a second batch probably tomorrow. They cooked for a full 3 hours, and we checked them partway through, and they were not ready. We checked them, I don't know, a half hour before, give or take, 45 minutes before, and they were not ready. So solid 3 hours, that works. But
They were really big.
yeah, they're big. That's what she said. But real good stuff. We're very excited. The house smells great. Everyone's really loving that. It's very gelatinous, even though we had no bones. That's good too. And we'll be back.